Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so having a moment right now, but it's no one's fault. We are going to be A-okay. Please don't mind if you hear a little bit of commotion in the background. We've got a full house, and I'm very happy to have my family with me right now. So you're probably going to hear from really far people, but we are loud and proud, and it is what it is. As you've seen the title of this video, this is our Boxycharm Final Show Down for the month of April. That means in this video, I am going to go through all the items I received in my Boxycharm boxes. And yes, you heard boxes correctly. I get more than one box. They do send me a box for review, but I always pay for a box as well. I like to see if I get more than one variation. Gives me an opportunity to try more than one of more products in the box, and I get a good feel of what you guys are getting in your boxes. With that said, now that some time has passed, I am able to really talk about my experience with the products, considering that I've really had three and a half weeks to actually play around with the items we received in the month of April. So I can tell you, are they good? Are they not? Do they work? Do they not work? My opinion. By the way, I want to be clear. Anytime I express an opinion or I share something on my channel, it is solely my opinion. You do not have to agree with me in any way, shape, or form, and that is perfectly okay. I feel like that's what makes us individuals and so unique, that I might love something, you might not, and that's perfectly fine. You know, we can agree to disagree. We all have different skin tones and different skin types and different interests when it comes to makeup. So we're not always going to agree, but I'm just letting you know, if I like it, if I don't like it, what my experiences have been, and all that good stuff. All right, so here are all the items that I received for the month of April in my Boxycharm boxes. I did receive 2 boxes, and we're gonna start off with the Artist Couture powders. I did get Purple Dream in one, and then in my other box, I got Summer Haze. So I did end up getting both of the limited edition shades. And this is really exciting. So I initially got the Summer Haze so this one's Summer Haze, not this one. This one's Summer Haze. I initially got Summer Haze, and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. It's more on the gold side. It complements my skin. It looks great, and it's perfect for the summer. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna love it. It'll be fine if I get a backup. I'm gonna be perfectly happy. And I don't really care about the Purple Dream. Well, in my second box, I did end up getting Purple Dream, although I did end up trying it out later in the month. I have used it several times, and I find that I gravitate way more towards the Purple Dream one, due to the fact, and I sound like my coworker, due to the fact that I like the iridescent kind of purple shift that it gives you. I don't know, it's just so different, and I like that. I don't know, I like that it complements pretty much any eye look, but especially the rosy toned ones. So I have really been using Purple Dream. I absolutely love Artist Couture. I also received the Appeal Cosmetics Holographic Lip Gloss, and it is still sealed. I am going to forward this to actually my sister. She likes a lip gloss, and she likes them with some shimmer and stuff. You guys know I'm not a lip gloss person. I've heard a lot of positive feedback with regards to the lip glosses, so I think that's really awesome. I did not try this because of that, because I'm just not a lip gloss person, and what's the point of opening and then forwarding something that I knew I would not be interested in? And I've received other lip glosses with actual lip color, with pigment in it, and I'm more than happy to try a lip gloss with a pigment, but this is all shimmers, and it's just not my thing. So I'm forwarding this to someone else. So I personally did not receive it, but I've received a lot of DMs and comments on this saying it's really good, you guys love it. So I think it's awesome that they included it in the box. Now let's talk about the Bodyography eyeliner. I got mine in what shade? This is Bali Bronze, and weirdly enough, I was just because you guys know we received a Bodyography lip liner a few months ago, and my review of it at the moment, and it still kind of is, it's just it was pretty dry. It would skid on the lips. It wasn't really smooth. It wasn't as soft as you would expect a lip liner to be. So I was just kind of I don't know about that. But having used it, it really glided on my waterline really nicely. Initially, I couldn't see it because of the fact that the eye look that I had created, it just didn't allow for you to be able to kind of really see it on the waterline, including the fact that I am of olive tone and this is gold, so it kind of contradicts what you're trying to do on your waterline in your waterline. But I have used it up on the top of the lash line and I winged it out. I did that. I thought it was super awesome, so I created a wing. So I did my eyeliner, created a wing, made it nice and thick, and then I went over it, but very thin, just to kind of create an accent line with a black liner, and it looked amazing. So it's just weird how smooth this was. I really did enjoy it. I'm still enjoying it. Really good. Also, a cute little tip, if you wanted to, you can apply some on the inner corners, blend it out, and then you get like that light effect on the inner corner. Makes you look awake and more brightened, like your eyes will be more brightened and all that good stuff. Now let's talk about the Butter London Power Up Mascara. I really liked this. I liked it, but not enough to use it every single day for every single makeup look. I feel like the wand, I like wands that are not like plasticky or silicone, so that's one thing. I do like the effect that it gave my lashes. However, like I said, not for an everyday thing. I personally like this for a very natural look type of day. And when I mean natural, I totally mean like some concealer, no bronzer. I'll just take my brush with like residual blush on it. Kind of just apply whatever's left on my brush from like the previous day. I know, gross, sorry, it is what it is, but I would do that just to give myself a little flush, not even fill in my brows, and then just kind of real quickly just to darken my lashes a little bit. That's kind of how I like to use this. It darkens the lashes, lengthens them just a little bit. If you build it up, you can technically make them look a little thicker, but it won't look as good as mine do right now. So for very natural days, really nice. The Luxy brushes were a hit for me. I personally have really been using these two. I really do like them, and I keep saying really because I mean it. I always appreciate brushes for my lids. I appreciate brushes that can help me highlight. This one right here you can use to contour and to highlight. I have been using it just to apply my highlight. I feel like when it comes to bronzing and contouring, I like a thicker brush. I don't like that straight up kind of like stark line that a lot of people do enjoy, and that's perfectly fine. So I have been enjoying this brush just to kind of really apply my highlighter up in here and just blend it out, and then the tip of my nose and all that good stuff. I have not tried it for blush yet because I don't know, like my initial instinct is to grab it and use a highlighter with it. But like I said, you never say no to brushes because we always need new brushes, and Luxy is high quality, great quality. I haven't had, and I always say this, but I haven't had any of my brushes shed yet. So that tells you something. I haven't looked at anyone's reviews or anyone's tutorials because I don't like to be biased. I like to give you my point of view, my opinion, my feelings, you know. And I always feel like this smells like chocolate. Is it just me? I don't know, there's probably an ingredient in here that has a scent that reminds me of cocoa somehow. But anyway, so I have tried every single shade. I like every shade except, like, look how pigmented these are. I love them all except the purple. And like I've said in my videos before, the purple was the one that I was looking forward to the most, and I actually really enjoy the first row and then these three right here. These have totally been my go-tos. The formula is awesome. It's perfect. They're pressed beautifully. They glide on your lids and look amazing. I love the metallic finish that it gives you. I did enjoy the glitters on the lids. The only thing is you have to be super careful with building it. If you apply too much, it tends to settle in certain areas, which I did not encounter with my Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. So I kind of expected these glitters to pretty much perform the very same way. They perform very similarly, but not exactly 125 million%. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, if I were to build it like this all over my lid, it will start to settle whether I used a primer or not. So what I was doing, and I don't know if you guys can see, there's a nice dent in there. What I started doing is just patting the glitter all over the lid, but very lightly. That way it's not like overlapping and it's not too much, and so the formula won't kind of like start creasing on me. If you apply a little bit, it won't crease in my experience, but the more you apply and build it, causes it to crease, which kind of sucks because both of these glitters are freaking pretty. And then the purple just, I don't know, the purple was an epic fail in my opinion. The purple in this palette was no bueno at all whatsoever. If the purple hadn't been in this palette would have been like 120 million% amazing. It's a great palette. It's a really, really good performing palette. I just wish the purple wasn't in there. All right, last but not least, I actually have, for the month of April, a negative review. Is that weird? I know. It's weird. I don't generally have negative reviews because I remain unbiased and I only kind of like base things on my experience, and I always find a way to finagle and play around with products. But I've got to tell you, this Beauty For Real liner just did not do it for me. Now, here's my deal. First things first, as you guys can see, this is a felt tip liner. Felt tip. And that was one of the things that bothered me the moment I unboxed the box that contained this. It is felt tip. The way it is advertised on their website is brush tip. There's definitely a difference between brush tip and felt tip, and I'm just gonna keep saying it because there's a difference. And it just annoys me that it's just like, I don't know, like I feel like I was misled. Now, it's a felt tip. Are felt tips terrible? No, they're not. But I prefer brush tips for several reasons, which I've mentioned before. It's not like it dried out quickly, but it did skid on my lid, and that's what I don't like about the felt tip. Because it is a felt tip, it will tend to skid, so you have to be super precise and really take your time. Whereas a brush tip, it's a brush, so it glides, you know, it just glides, applies the product. You don't have to overlap it, you don't really have to go in and fill it in, it just glides, you know, it glides. So with this, I just felt like there was skidding. Not felt like, I saw skidding. That's number one. And number two, when I went to do my wing, it skipped a little bit on me as I was doing my wing. And I like to do a very like thin and like sharp wing. And I had to go in and clean it out and all that good stuff. And then I had to fill it in. And then on top of that, it didn't really dry 100% matte, which is what I prefer. It is a preference. So for that, and all those reasons that I can list for you, this was just a fail for me. I think it's cool that they included it in the box because I do know that a lot of you guys really are enjoying this, but for personal preference, it is not my thing at all whatsoever. So overall, out of both boxes that I received, there was just one product that I was just like, no! And you know what? I think that is really great. I think it's awesome because at the end of the day, I am gonna forward this to my sister. Just another product that I'm forwarding it to my sister, and she's really gonna enjoy it because she does enjoy felt tips, so that's pretty awesome. Let me know down below which was your favorite product that you're like, this was not a fail, I've tried it, I keep gravitating towards it, I absolutely love it, and I am so grateful that Boxycharm included it in the box for the month of April. What was that product? Was it the Artist Couture highlighter? Was it the brushes? Was it the palette? Was it the lip gloss? Like, which product out of April was like hands down your most favorite? All right, guys, that is our wrap for this video. As per usual, my social media platforms will be right here. Make sure you go follow me there if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.